Hello Sceptix, it's me, Shawn Monteiro. In this video, we are gonna solve the day 8 problem of sjec 30 days of code. So the problem is, print out the numbers between all pairs of consecutive prime numbers in a given range. So let us understand it thoroughly by a pictorial representation. So we have a range from 1 to 15. 1 is the minimum value given by the user and 15 is the maximum value also given by the user. So we have prime numbers, that is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13. And the numbers between these two consecutive prime numbers, that is 2 and 3 is 0, 3 and 5 is 1, 5 and 7 is 1, 7 and 11 is 3, 11 and 13 is 1, and 13 and 15 is not considered since 15 is a non-prime number. Moving to our code, so the language that I've used to solve this problem is C, and first we declare minimum and maximum value, and this section of the code explains the input given by the user, that is scanf, which reads the value minimum, similarly goes to the maximum value. A second approach will be find the prime numbers in the given range. So how to do it? So let us understand it by a pictorial representation again. So what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are the numbers which are divisible by itself and the number 1. So 2 and 3 are prime numbers since they are divisible by 1 and 2, 1 and 3, hence their count is 2. However, in the case of non-prime numbers, the count is more than 2, that is 3 or 4 in the case of 4 and 8 respectively. So how are you going to find it? Moving back to our code, for I we use a for loop for I is equal to minimum to I less than maximum, in this case 1 to 50. Count is 0. For j is equal to 1 to j less than or equal to I, j plus plus starts from 1 to that particular number. For example, 2, j will start from 1 to 2. In the case of 4, j will go from 1 to 4. In the case of I, j will go from 1 to 8. Here, the count is 2 as the number 2 is divisible by 1 and 2. However, in this case of non-prime numbers, 4 is divisible by 1, 2 and 4. Hence the count will be 3. So by this, we are going to differentiate prime numbers and non-prime numbers. So if the count is 2, the numbers are prime numbers, and we are going to store in an array A. Array A is declared with k is equal to 0 also declared. Now let us understand it thoroughly. As you can see, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13 are prime numbers and they are stored in array A. So the k is 0 and its value is 2. Here 0 is index value. So at the index 1, the number 3 is stored, and at index 2, 5 and so on till index 5 where the number 13 is stored. So the size of the array, which consists of prime number, is k is equal to 5. And after each value is stored in a particular index, the k is incremented. After this, we have to find the numbers, that is the non-prime numbers, between the two consecutive prime numbers. We use a for loop again, and from I is equal to 0 to I less than k, here k refers to 5, that is k is 5 obviously. So we also have a thing called second count, because we need the number of count of non-prime numbers between two consecutive prime numbers. So we are introducing a second array, which is B in this case, and is going to store the count of number between two consecutive prime numbers. So we use a nested for loop. Let us understand it by a simple diagram where I will move from 0 to k minus 1, which will be 4 in this case, and j will move from a of I to a of I plus 1. Now at I is equal to 0, the second count is 0 as there are no numbers between 2 and 3. At I is equal to 1, the second count will be 1 because there is a number 4, between 3 and 5. At I is equal to 2, second count will be 1 as there is a number 6 between 5 and 7. At I is equal to 3, the second count would be 3 as there are numbers 8, 9 and 10. So as you can see, with each number, the j is going to get incremented. Now at I is equal to 4, which is the closing number, I is equal to k minus 1, the second count would be 1 as there is a number 12 between 11 and 13. So note that 13 is the value of array at index 5. And that's how we store all second counts in array B, which has a size k minus 1 is equal to 4. Now moving to the code, we have come to the conclusion and the display of the output. So let me copy this code here For I is equal to k, I less than k minus 1, I plus plus, we are about to print the array B. Now, the count of numbers between the two consecutive prime numbers, that is 2 to 3 is 0, 3 to 5 is 1, 5 to 7 is 1, 7 to 11 is 13, 11 to 13 is 1. 15 is not considered since it is not a prime number, and 13 to 15 is not included. So as you can see, percentage d, percentage d, percentage d. The first percentage d refers to a of I, and the second one refers to a of I plus 1, whereas the third refers to the array B. So let us run this output and let's find out the answer. So our minimum value shall be 1 as given by the example, and the maximum shall be 50. So the output is 2 to 3 is 0, 3 to 5 is 1, 5 to 7 is 1, 7 to 11 is 3, and 11 to 13 is 1, which coincides with our output here. Thank you, Sceptix, for giving me this opportunity.